I don't need a solution. If you the problem, even if I'm the problem, if I'm the problem dealing with you, I'm gonna cut you off. If you the problem dealing with me, I'm gonna cut you off.
A lot of us, a lot of black males, when we don't have role models in the neighborhood, we just subjugated to who we grew up with.
Welcome to Truth Lounge TV. We back at y'all again. I'm Pierre.
It's T.Y.
This is a different setting, of course. But we came back to just doing the show with me and T.Y. just to go and give everybody sort of a disclaimer about, why we hadn't put a show out in a minute.
Right.
And what we're about to try to do at the same time, just to get everybody ready.
Okay. A few weeks ago, we shot an episode with a therapist and what was he called?
He's a activist for young boys.
Yeah, activist young men. And, the show is supposed to be about the support of the community and how we can go much further. It was supposed to be the message to the black woman, but it ended up getting derailed into other things, fatherhoods. But as the show went on, it was a little bit of banter going between the therapist and the activist guy, and it didn't feel right to the message that we want to send out here on Truth Lounge. So we wanted to kind of sit back and look at it a few times, and after reviewing the video, we thought it just not suitable. So right now, we just telling y'all what it is and why it's been a while since we haven't dropped the show. But right now, we just gonna talk about some of the upcoming things going on, what to look for from us in this near future, and where we finna take it. Because spring coming, summer, we got a few spots like we shoot at Truth SR Lounge. We finna probably pick something up with Soul, right?
Yeah, hopefully our next show or either one of our next 2 to 3 shows, you'll be able to see us at Soul. We'll be at one of the multiple locations that they got. Flyers will be posted, and just come out and support.
Okay.
Listen to what we saying. We want to listen to what you saying. We want to come up at the end of the day, as always, bring all of us together.
Yeah. Well, I know still with the last show, in the show before that we did with the Love Jones, and I noticed it didn't get the traction that we thought it was gonna get. I figured we try to partner with some other people in collaboration to try some other things, without me and Pierre talking, try to do things with other people. But I think because y'all didn't see us on the camera as much, y'all didn't really look into that episode. But it is a pretty good episode. The guy give a lot of tips about love, dating, and they did things like a couple of games. Then they had it was a part in the show asking why some people single. They talked about that because it was basically an event for single people to get out. And the thing that was so weird about that, it was like 20-some women. It was about 20-some women, and I think it was only like 3 guys. It was only like 3 guys in there. And me and Pete, we was working, so you include us 5, then another cameraman. So it was like 6, 7 guys in there, but it was only really 3 there. And one of the guys, he didn't even seem like he was into women, so I didn't even know how that event really was gonna work out. But we tried to take tips from that, and we tried to have him on the next show. What's that guy name?
Corey Jones. Look for him. Him and his wife also have a podcast. I forget the name of it, but they're love coaches.
Yeah, they love intimate coaching.
Just tap in, look at, watch our show if y'all get a chance to find out how to get in touch with him or to support him as well. Anybody that's been on our show, if you watch our old show and they have an app, they give out their Facebook name, their business name, support them. This us. But we're going to get back to us too, Truth Lounge TV. So what's going on every day in your life right now?
Same old, trying to get back on track. Just came back home. I went home to see my peoples, and came to the conclusion, like always, man, it's like...
You went to Chicago?
Yeah, I went to Chicago.
Cold?
Boy, it was cold as shit up, man. It was cold as hell. And everybody like, T.Y., why you... Man, it's cold. Chicago cold are different from this Tennessee cold.
Chicago cold feel different.
Yeah, it definitely do. My coat jumped off my back. Like, damn, boy, where we going? But yeah, just going home, seeing my people. And it's kind of sad, though, to see the city still in shambles. I've been gone for 20 years, and to see that it's still in the same state that it's in, it kind of sucks because you just see it majority of our neighborhoods. You know, you look outside the other neighborhoods, they still thrive. In the Latino neighborhoods, they thrive. In the Puerto Ricans, you know what that is, Latinos. But and I always know the Caucasian area is always going to be up. And then I went to an event. I mean, not an event. I went to the Science and Museum, and they had this map of Chicago, and it had something about food resources, health, but it had the medium income. And everywhere on the south side that was literally below downtown where majority of the black people in Chicago live, the medium income is $36,000. It's like, damn, and then you go.
In a city that it probably costs.
Oh yeah, more than that.
Average $36,000
to live.
Rent.
Yeah, because where my sister live at, they live in the hood, gunshots all day. The rent is $1,000 a month there, and it's and it's not suitable for you to raise your kids. You don't want your kids in those environments. So then you go hit the map up north, it's 96,000, 76,000, 100 or some thousand. And then when you go back to the south side, then they showing food banks, like the access to food. You look on the south side, it's 6%, and then you go up north, it's high numbers. So it's like, it's like when you look at those things, it's like we forever feel like we getting backtracked. Then, like you said, with the politics, you got all what's going on right now with the ICE stuff. And you see all the people talking about black people. It's like, man, we did our part. You know what I mean? It's like when we need help, nobody come help us. But now everybody in need, y'all like, what we gonna do? I don't know. I think as the women said, let somebody else do it. Ain't that they saying about Kamala, let somebody else do it? That's how I feel. I think they need to let somebody else do it because it's a wrap, man. I mean, they go, like I said, it's crazy. Like us as black people, it's a lot of black people like, oh, but that's what used to happen to us with, what's that shit called? Frisk, yeah, with frisk, stop and frisk. And so a lot of black people like now they know how I feel, but it's like, man, once they start stepping on one people's rights.
Some people need to be over here.
But I'm just saying, but once they start stepping on one people's rights, man, they're gonna continue to step on everybody else's rights.
And that's why Chicago is gonna be a red city, and which is gonna make that a red state. Because all them folks tired of them Democrats up there lying to them.
Yeah.
That's a city where I'm from. He from. The Democrats ain't did nothing but lie to motherfuckers every time they got in office in that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. You can't name one since Harold Washington.
Yeah.
Since him, every Democrat that been in office fucked the city over worse than the Republicans did.
Yeah, they got a black man now. He trying to take down the police cameras. Now he's trying to take down the police cameras. They got high crime areas.
He the one that when they was rushing all the immigrants in.
Yeah.
Chicago was one of the sanctuary cities.
Right.
So they were sending a bunch of them. They was actually getting, the city would buy up abandoned houses, fix them up, and move them in.
I saw that.
For free. Get them money to pay for food, money rent free. You ain't got to go do shit. Just be here. Figure this shit out, but I'm going to pay your bills while you're here. Letting motherfuckers in hotels, they taking whole parks in the black neighborhoods. They ain't going in the white neighborhoods doing none of this shit.
Yeah, churches, schools, all them schools that was closed.
Taking them in the black community, giving them to them. Now, you already know how the city is. It's already divided.
Yeah, very segregated
Niggas don't
city.
get along.
Yeah.
So the niggas and the Latinos, they coexist. You add some more motherfucking Latinos, the city gonna explode.
I actually saw some videos where they was actually fighting, the Latinos and the black people was fighting in the alleys, and all the Latinos came out there with machetes and chasing the black people down the street. I'm like, shit.
I just reposted a post where you had to, and I'm not saying all Latinos are bad. I'm not saying all Latinos are good. I'm not saying all black people are bad. I'm not saying all black people are good. I was born over here though.
Okay.
Shit. And it been hard as hell for me, and I ain't got shit for free.
Yeah.
What the fuck I want to see a motherfucker decide they up and leave somewhere, and they come over here, and the motherfucker that say, you got me, because I'm from here.
Well, sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. My butt got this memory card in here. Forgot to delete some unnecessary footage. But what was we actually talking about?
Get rid of the Mexicans. Go Trump. I'm glad you doing it. Get them up out there. I ain't against them, but you making me live by the law. Make them live by the law. You making me double struggle. Make them struggle more than me because they ain't from here. Like I said. Other than that, I ain't got nothing against no Mexican, no Haitian, no Puerto Rican, no Dominican, no Cuban. But I done went through a lot of shit because I'm from here. You coming from somewhere else where you going through a lot of shit, probably some worse shit than I ever did.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, you can't come get more than I'm able to get.
And it's funny you say that because in Florida, they got something called a dry foot policy that George Bush signed. So say if we swim from Cuba and we make it to Florida, we're literally, me and Pierre, gonna turn ourselves in to the police. They're going to write us up, let us know, and they will put us in this program to give us incentives.
They don't have to do that no more, though.
Well, that's something I know they used to do. I'm just saying that was something that went on. It's like, damn, y'all giving these people $9,000 or how much to become a citizen here, not to do crime. Like, we're going to give you this money not to be a criminal. But it's like, if you're a criminal already, that $9,000 just help you be more than,
Miami ain't got on.
Man,
Back in the 80s?
So it's like, man, I'm just saying, even in the 90s and 2000s, this was going on.
Well, I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, this was George Bush signed. It's called a dry foot policy.
Cuba now, once after Barack, Cuba they can come over here.
Yeah.
You know, we had it where they couldn't get no imports, no exports.
Yeah, I know all that. Yeah,
That's why everybody was over there was driving a '56 Chevy.
Mm-hmm.
In 2012.
Yeah.
That's all you saw over there.
But the crazy thing about that country, the one thing I do know about Cuba, with them being restricted from everything because of the embargoes that America put on them, man, they got the cure for diabetes. Like if you want to get, like how a lot of people get
cure?
No, well, the cure for not getting your leg, to keep you from getting your leg chopped off. They got that. They're known to be the #1 smoking people in the world. They live longer. They don't have cancer. So it's in the medicine over there because they don't have time to BS like we do with these phones and the TV and all this stuff. So all they got time to do is learn. Like he just said. He said they driving 57 Chevys, but that 57 Chevy driving better than my 2018 out there.
Listen,
you know, so
the last hotel I worked at when I was with Sinesta, we had a resort in Puerto Rico. Now, I'm the chief engineer here. I'm making $26, $27 an hour. Chief engineer down there make $12 an hour. $12 an hour in a resort.
Right.
That everybody going to. And he knew more than me, could do more than me. He was way better than me at what he did. Now, as far as running the show, he probably wasn't better than me. Mechanical wise, just machinery, maintenance,
all that.
Wise, I couldn't touch it. Making $12 an hour, but that was good money. That's good money considered down there to a certain degree.
Yeah, oh yeah, the cost of living. Yeah,
I ain't gonna say it's good money. Cost of living wasn't high before these. Now they are everything is getting more modernized down there since Obama. So shit, they finna run into the
that's one thing too. When I was in Chicago, man, they building this massive Obama library. Man, that shit taking up so much. Man, that thing stretched from like 50 something to like 69th. Like it's taking up so much space. Library. It's a big ass library, but you know it's knocking a lot of the hood out too though. So that part. But I know we mentioned from the first show, we definitely gonna get the guys to come back on here. I think the guy named Eric, he's the therapist. We're gonna definitely have an individual show with him, talk to him about therapy and what made him get into that, and then you know probably help a lot of us get into.
I might break down this time.
Y'all heard him, he been negating it a little bit, but he understand it. Like he said, he just not negating it, but like he said, he wasn't getting the right tools or the tools that he needed to fit. Because like I said,
or maybe I didn't have the right person for the right situation. I didn't have the right mindset for the expectation.
True, that part. And then you got to go in therapy.
I'm not against, like I said, I'm not against therapy because I've seen therapy work for other individuals.
Right.
So I know it has its pros just like it has its cons. It just, and like I said, I admit some parts of therapy have whether awaken me or help me with my direction.
Okay.
As far as any other issues in my life or in my how people say in therapy, any other my trauma,
yeah,
or
past,
any of my trauma, therapy has never done anything for that.
PTSD, have you said that word?
So shit, I do better by myself. Best person to talk to is you. You the one motherfucker causing the problems and the problems in your life or allowing the problems in your life.
Yeah,
the
but
only motherfucker got control
are you solution based? A lot of people not solution based.
I'm
They
cut
can't.
off base from this point on.
You also got to add the solutions too.
I don't need a solution. If you the problem, even if I'm the problem dealing with you, I'm gonna cut you off. If you the problem dealing with me, I'm gonna cut you off. Cause ain't neither one of us getting nowhere either which way in the situation. It's better for me to go my own way.
Right.
Cause you ain't helping me, and I ain't helping you. So every person you meet in life ain't meant for you to meet in life. You see what I'm saying?
I have said that
Some
before.
people gonna waste your motherfucking time because this was a person you was supposed to, what's up? Yeah, nice to meet you, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
But this is a person that end up catching your eye or catching your attention under false pretenses of your direction. And shit, I ain't got no problem with cutting a nigga off, a chick off. At the end of the day, a grown child that ain't doing or ain't living properly. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes I got a family member, put it this way. He got a son. And his son probably cost him, since he was grown, $60,000, $70,000.
In what form? Like getting in trouble?
I'm taking care of his kids. He got
okay.
5 kids by 5 women. About 26, 27. I done gave him 2, 3 cars to Jack. I ain't gonna say what type of cars. Everybody gonna know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
A couple nice cars. He told him out. His car, he go get his own car, get repo. He start a business. That shit don't work. Saying some shit. Keep his head on the chopping block. But you gonna save him every time. You gonna put your head on the chopping block with his.
Nah, they gotta learn. They definitely gotta learn.
You gotta let the child get up on his own.
Yeah, that's one thing my mama, she made sure I
Especially a man.
owned up to my own fault. She didn't come save me whenever I got in trouble. So that's why I tell people I didn't get in much trouble growing up because shit, she let me get in trouble. Some parents try to help you and no, don't do that. My mom was like, go do it. Go so you can find out if that's something you want to continue to do. Because if you don't learn out early, you're gonna find out later in life it definitely wasn't worth it. It definitely wasn't worth it.
Listen, my mama saved my life one time and only gave her that one opportunity. Once she did it and I realized what she risked, I couldn't do it, nothing that I did around her no more. That's how I ended up in Tennessee. Because I went to prison right after that. When I got out of prison, I tried, boom, I'm gone.
In Illinois?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so right before I went to prison, it was niggas in the projects, not everywhere. I ain't gonna say that. I didn't sell drugs. You see what I'm saying? I just sat on the block.
Right.
Motherfuckers, I was young. Motherfuckers give me some money. I need you to watch security. I make $100 a day. I'm cool. $100 a day in the early 90s, I'm making $700 a week just kicking.
Yeah.
I get high all day. I smoke all day. I drink all day. On the block.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Accessible.
Yeah. So, nigga asked me to watch his dope in the hat. I said, all right, I got you. I forget about that shit. That shit get took. Police hit the block. I'm gone too.
Right.
So we can't never say they saw me sell anything. You see what I'm saying? So when his shit come up missing, so I ain't think nothing of it. That was your shit. I was watching. What you want me to take it from the police?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So in the end, I come home one day from school, my senior year. I come home from school. This nigga rolling his bike out my motherfucking apartment.
Rolling your bike.
No, his bike.
Oh, okay.
He done rolled over my motherfucking my apartments and went to my door and asked my mama about this money that I supposed to own. My mama paid.
Oh, damn.
She saved my life that day.
Shit.
Because that day I said I can't do nothing around my mama. Whatever happened in the situation is gonna happen in the situation.
Right.
But I can't do nothing around my mama. You see what I'm saying? Same thing when I end up coming down here. I cut my family off. When I was in the streets, I ain't gonna do nothing around now.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, can't nothing that I'm doing in the streets come and
Affect
hit their
him.
doorstep.
Yeah.
If it hit their doorstep, I ain't doing nothing right.
Yeah.
So, I don't even know how we got on that conversation.
We were just conversating. We just conversating, just having a normal conversation.
No, but you said something about mama saving that. My mama saved my life that day.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what made me leave. Just get the fuck about Chicago. I was like, shit, either I'm finna kill a nigga or a nigga finna kill me. And I came down here and either I'm finna leave or a nigga finna kill me.
I just left because I was tired of it, man. That's all. I left.
The city was fucked up.
Yeah,
but that's why I like Nashville. You can raise your kids down here. You gotta have the right set of goals and the right state of mind, and your kids will be all right.
Yeah, it's a great place to raise their kids. I ain't gonna lie, I used to always say that, man. I don't want to raise my kids in Chicago. I think about my youngest brother. My youngest brother never learned how to ride a bike.
I think some of these kids out here, they need.
I mean, but you know,
they
nowadays.
need to see. See now, I think, and this is on a whole nother page, but I think kids now don't know what struggle is. Mama, if she by herself and she's struggling, he ain't gonna look like he's struggling most of the time. You see what I'm saying? Mama gonna spend that last to make her son look good or her kids look good. I don't know why y'all do this shit. But a lot of girls in the ghetto that's struggling, kids look good. You'll never know by looking at the kids that they struggle. You see what I'm saying? But if you're doing that, your child, especially if it's a boy and if it's a girl, they not growing up with the right. They don't know what struggle is. They ain't got to do nothing to get it. Everything is given to them. You see what I'm saying? So as they grow up in that mindset that the best shit I'm supposed to have. So if it get to a point where my mama can't, I can't.
Yeah.
And they take risks. That's why you got a lot of these parents. They got mama and daddy in the house. They son in the street still. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's some niggas that had a mama and daddy in their house that I know for a long time, and one of the worst niggas I know. That shit don't always mean nothing because mama can raise mama's.
Well, it's kind of good P had mentioned that because that was one of the topics we had on the last episode that the counselor guy was saying. He was basically saying that having your father in your house prevents you from being a bad seed, but it's like P said, that's not necessarily
I think
true.
the numbers are higher.
We know.
Statistic wise, I would say that.
But we ain't saying that's just 100% success rate. You know what I mean? So.
I know some niggas got life sentences that had their mom and dad.
But like I was just explaining to my niece and nephew, they was asking me about me and my sister and them, and I was telling them it was reversed with me and my sister. I was bad, and my sister was the good one. But when she turned 17, I turned 16. She ended up becoming bad, and I ended up becoming good. Because my mama always talk about, one day I came in the room telling her I was going to start, because I used to get suspended from school. I got my mama evicted about 2-3 times. I used to be a troublemaker. Like I was mischievous. I was Dennis the Menace. I stayed with ass whooping, boy. I got suspended from school one time, went up to school. Why I'm suspended, riding my skateboard around the school. Like I was one of them kids. So I saw how much strife I was putting on my mom and how much she would just always worry me, especially when I got like 14, 15. And I saw what was going on with her. So I remember telling her, like, hey, I stopped. I'm going to graduate high school. I ain't going to be out there in the streets. And, and that's where I made that change. And I think, like he said, how his mom saved him, I saw the pain that I was causing my mama, like her crying at night, like, I don't know what's going to happen with my boy. Because when you young, like we tried to explain on the other podcast with Mira, is a lot of black males, when we don't have role models in the neighborhood, we just subjugated to who we grew up with. And if you got an OG that's just 3-4 years older than you, and you call him OG just because he's a few years old, he's basically teaching you the game and showing you how to maneuver and manipulate things. That's how you learn your life. So if you don't have a uncle or aunt, and then like I said, in those cities like Chicago, shit, most of the time somebody's uncle was either a crackhead or he was the D-boy. So it's like, shit, like I tell somebody, like, I think my relationship with my father, I tried to mention it on the last episode, but the other two guys kept on jipping and jabbing. Shit, me and my father's relationship, I get good with my father, so I was like 13. And then we had a little falling out when I was like 15, because I wanted him to come to something. He didn't show up. And it's like, damn. I lived on 75th and Ingleside. He lived on like 75th and Dorchester. It's like, damn, you know where I live at. You know, he never took the initiative to come see me because it was always me going over his house. So it's like, man, when I got 15, I stopped it. So I think from like the age of 15 to maybe 19 to 20, I rekindled my relationship with my father again because I was a little older. I had a little understanding, but it's like still, even at 43 years old, my dad's 65, it's still like, damn, why am I still trying to work on a relationship with my father? Like I want the relationship with my father. I'm not sure if he want the relationship with me, and it sometimes it's like, shit, I should just feel like I should give up. Because it's like you think about it from as a kid, like I just said, 13, 16, you know, and it's like now I'm 43 and it's like, damn. And then me having my son, in my head, it's like, damn, how could a man do that to his kids? Like negate your kids and neglect them and don't want to be a part of their lives. So, you know, I as now, like I say, being a father, I'm having a hard time trying to come to grips with me and my father relationship because I know he getting of age. You know, I'm like, I want to have this relationship with him before he passed. You get what I mean? Like, hey, let's be cool. We ain't got to say I love you. Cause like I said, my father don't even know my birthday. He ain't never in my life called me on my birthday and said happy birthday. You know what I mean? But he'll call my kids on their birthday and tell them happy birthday, and that shit mean the world to me. You know what I mean? He may not remember my birthday, but he remember my kid's birthday. So,
That's what's up.
So yeah, but.
Yeah, I don't even know that nigga.
Yeah.
I don't even.
You never had a relationship with him?
When I was little, and I don't even say then I had a relationship with him.
Right. He's still alive?
Yeah, he's in Chicago somewhere. We can talk. That's all I know. He don't know me, I don't know him. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, like I said, I remember being a little kid. The shit may sound awkward. I'm not knowing if other little kids with this being black, not having your father around. I remember when kids used to be talking about their fathers and shit, and I'd be asking, what's your daddy's name? I knew my daddy's name. So I was just hoping kids be like, oh, his name this, but oh shit, that's my daddy. And that's sad to say. You know, but it's like, but that was me also searching back then. Like I knew the dude, you know, seen him come around when I was younger, but you know, he was at the time too. I'm not trying to put your business out there, mama, but shit, mama, he was married. So I was basically born out of wedlock, you know what I mean? So shit like that, but things like that, you know, just trying to deal with that. And, you know, like I said, therapy, once again, that helped me regulate a lot of those feelings and trying to figure out why do I feel like this at 43 as a, you know, grown ass man about my father.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question about that.
Yes, sir.
Well, whatever you went to therapy for, right? Do you not think whatever tools you say they gave, you don't think you could have came up with that on your own?
In some circumstances, no, because my mind wouldn't think that. It was this me. This is who I am. This is who I'm gonna be. So when you stuck in certain ways.
You're talking to the therapist, right?
Right.
Have you ever talked to yourself?
Yeah. And sometimes, like I said, believe me, I do this. Sometimes I have not been able to come up with some of the conclusions.
That's the same thing you're doing. For somebody else to take your... See, that's what therapy is. Somebody to analyze everything that I say and look for...
the minutiae, the little things that help.
Certain things that they can put together so they can say, okay, well, I put a puzzle together. This is it. Based off their intellect, not based off my experience, based off their...
But I'm not going there looking for them experience. Like I said, once again, I know some of the issues. Like I said, I may know these things, but trying to get to the root of it, like, damn, why do I still feel like this? So they, they just tell you little minute things and lead you to certain books and just give you things that just help you know why you feeling like this. Because sometimes you really don't know why you feeling a certain way sometimes. You know what I mean?
I don't think nobody that I don't know don't tell me either.
But you know, and that's another thing too. But also too, a lot of people used to be scared to express ourselves too. You know,
it happens to people though.
You know,
I just don't believe that I can pay somebody to tell me something that they want money for about me. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's a hustle.
That's how I felt.
So
I got something out of it.
I gotta pay you for you to go ahead and tell me that you want to help me. So I rather.
Well, in the difference, I hear what he's saying, but it's if you want to get, but that's if you want to get help, because not everybody want help.
That's true.
That's like right now we in school, me and P in school. We in 8th grade. He at an 8th grade level, at 8th grade, and I'm at 5th grade, and they telling me I'm lacking, and they telling me they can give me a tutor. the tools to help me get better. And I'm choosing not to get a tutor. I figured out myself. You know what I mean? And that's basically what I'm saying. Like a therapist is kind of like a tutor, even though they're not really helping you get your life together. They just basically giving the things that you're missing sometimes. Because like I say, sometimes we not also, a lot of us not really that smart. You know what I mean? We smart to a certain extent, but sometimes we're not that smart to figure some shit out.
No.
You know what I mean? So like I say, that person may come in and just give you the little, and like I say, like you say, you may, like us as men, like I said on one podcast, we come with a hammer. Shit, we didn't know we had knocked some shit out. You can get it down, but maybe you may need that screwdriver. You may need it a different tool this time. But we so used to chiseling around stuff. Because like you said, regardless of what's going on in my life today, I still got to wake up and make something happen tomorrow, regardless of how I'm feeling. Yeah, so, you know.
That's why I just don't let shit get to me. I have my moments, and tomorrow, that shit dead.
So how you work with anger? Are you good with anger? Like,
I think I'm better with anger now that I've been by myself for a while.
okay. But also too, I hear you talk about that too, P. So maybe not saying nothing negative or anything, but also the time that you had to yourself. That probably, like you said, you had a lot of time to think. You did a lot of reading, a lot of that, and then, like I said, you was outside the outside world, so you had a lot of time to consume what it is you need to know about yourself. With us out here in the outside world, you know how it is. The bills, work all day. There's so much shit going on, you ain't got time. I understand it's going like that in there too, but I'm saying most of you get what I mean.
What I think helped me the most.
What was that?
Excuse me for getting up, but I think what helped me the most is delegating my time.
Okay.
And I just found out about this because I got sick and I went and I read up on this little. It's actually a term in psychology that they classify black men for. It's called John Henryism. Now, John Henryism is, you know who John Henry is, right? And that built the railroad. All he wanted to do was work. All he wanted to do was work. So they call it a John Henryism. Never heard of this shit.
Yeah, me neither.
It's one of the reasons why they say a lot of black men are killing themselves, overworking themselves. It causes cardiovascular heart failure. It's a couple other different things that it can cause. That they classified under this action that men take sometimes.
Okay.
So it's just, constantly working, constantly overworking yourself. And once I read up on the term, I said, okay, well, maybe I suffer from this.
All right.
But is it a mental issue that I can't control, dictate, and understand on my own? You see what I'm saying? Because I know I know how I work. I got 4 fucking jobs.
True.
Some days I get 5 hours of sleep between 3 days.
But y'all heard what he be saying too. I know y'all go back, y'all make comment, but y'all hear what he always said. I know just going back to what we talking about with therapy, but what he always said he used as a form to work. Work when you be like, I just work.
Oh, yeah.
That part.
But I know that.
Yeah.
I'm not denying that to myself. I know the more I have to do, the less I gotta freely
think about that bullshit.
Think about bullshit.
Right.
My mind over here on these 8 hours I gotta do, the 10 hours I gotta do.
Okay.
When I get off of there, I know I gotta go get this much sleep to go do these 8 more hours.
Okay.
From there, I got 3 hours. Straight from there, then I go get a little rest, and I might be able to get 3 or 4 hours of sleep, and then I got 10 more hours.
What about the compound of all that though? When you're not giving your time to think about it, or you just say fuck it.
No, and it'll be moments in there where I have extended periods of rest because I have to take a break.
Okay.
That's when that shit'll come up. But when that shit come up, I don't have it on my mind long enough for it to affect me because I know I got something to do tomorrow.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
This shit just now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Momentarily.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that because eventually that's gonna pan itself out. Because I'm running away from it. I don't have to address it if it ain't bothering me. You see what I'm saying? I just got to keep.
But you hear what I'm saying? I hear exactly what he's saying, but this is the part when
But I didn't. But this is what I'm saying. I didn't have to go to nobody.
Hey, I know.
Figure this shit
I
out
get
about
that.
me.
I get that. That's perfect.
And I'm not saying that I'm not saying this is a one way thing or
Right.
this is multi. Everybody
Faceted.
can have
Yeah.
that same feeling about themselves. I guess, and probably because I spent 14 and a half years of my life in prison, I had a lot of time with myself in there
Right.
to analyze me, to figure out what to do the next move, to accept bullshit, take bullshit, deal with bullshit, have to understand why people doing the bullshit so it don't bother me in here. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I know how to, all I got to do is get in that same old here. I didn't have shit to do in there. I had to figure out what to do in that.
Right.
So out here, I can actually put shit in the way
Yeah.
and get through life and still be happy.
Y'all leave a comment on that. Y'all tell y'all
It
tell
might
me.
not be for you,
Yeah.
but what works for me works for me.
But I think
And
that's
what
everybody
works
though.
for you works for
Yeah.
you. But I'm saying like it's probably a lot of people that don't sit. Look, when I got single, I already feel like I was facing a 20-year spiritual battle. I had so many issues with Christianity, but that's how I was brought up. I had a lot of issues with Islam, but I was intrigued. I understood the Torah and the purpose of the Torah, but I knew it could only be one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it took me all the way to this time to get by myself to get more off into Islam. The more I got off into Islam, the more I got to praying 5 times a day. The more I got to actually being able to reflect on what the fuck am I finna go do when I get up off my knees? How am I gonna make this shit work for tomorrow to be better so I can get to next week and I ain't gotta worry about next week because I'm ahead by the 3rd week. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And everything just came. All I had to do was just make it work. All I had to do was be where I said I was gonna be, when I said I was gonna be, and everything else.
Well, it seems like you got a plan though. That's a good thing though, P. You know, so just having some type.
I figured that out in prison. You ain't got a plan, you ain't got shit. I watched the niggas come back.
Yeah, some people don't have a plan, man. Like I always say, Mama used to say, a man with a plan can't fail, or a woman with a plan can't fail. Just execution, you know. But
Sometimes don't add that woman to your plans.
no, we said a one. The hell what he talking about? What I'm saying, we said add a woman. I'm saying my mama said a man with a plan can't fail. What I'm saying, all right, we back.
Before the camera went out, I was saying, don't add that woman to your plan. Let her have her own plan and go make her plan work. Make your plan work, and then you might be 40, you might be 50, but don't add her to your plan, cause hey,
I don't know what to say about
some of
that.
y'all gonna be happy and most of y'all gonna be sad.
Shit.
That's just the business. Whatever you got, she won't have. So keep your shit.
I don't know what to say about that right there, man. I'm going through it now with that bullshit. But
love on your kids while you there.
yeah, definitely love on them kids, man.
She might not let you see them when you go. That's just the business. Hey, it happens. I'm not saying that's what's happening. That's what's gonna happen to you. I'm just saying it happens. Hey, you gotta think. A man gotta think about a lot of shit getting into a relationship. Shit. Woman just decided to leave. She still gets something. Either she get the kids, she get some money and the kids. She gonna get, as long as she got kids, she gonna get some money.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. You got what? Child support, alimony, spousal support. What else?
You better not be making no money, no big money. And she ain't doing that. I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mom. Okay. Now whatever I make, I have to. If we split, I made $225,000. We split. I'm gonna owe you at least $100,000 a year for you to live.
Shit. But definitely don't get married in California
Especially
though,
if
'cause
you
they
got
won't have.
Getting that.
I know in Georgia
Like I
they
said,
give.
just don't add them. Do you enjoy life? Women, y'all don't want. Y'all keep saying we ain't worth shit. Enjoy life. Shit, you should be happy without us, just like some of them happy with us. Shit, I'm gonna be happy without you, just like I'm happy with some of y'all.
Shit, P.
It's just the reality. 'Cause every woman ain't a good woman, and every nigga ain't a good man.
Okay, on my way here, my homeboy is basically saying, he's like, ain't it crazy that trash people don't get with trash people and good people don't get with good people? It's always a trash person with a good person and vice versa. I was like,
That is true.
yeah, that's the yin yang
No, I don't
effect.
say it's true because you got a lot of good things, good relationships that came about. It's just now, it's too much.
Too much.
Yeah. Relationship is a good thing to be in if it's with the right person, but from the man's point of view, it's more than I need. Shit, it's hard to take care of myself. I don't need you necessarily, and if I'm on my own as a man, I don't need you and yours too, really. I got mine to take care of, and me. It's more for a man to think about. Because you ain't meeting no woman after you 40. You're not meeting too many women that don't have kids. The woman that don't have kids, you don't want her. She's a murderer.
Tell your ass don't. All right, y'all. Look,
She's a
he got that red cup in his hand, so
homicidal maniac.
so we gonna conclude.
According to the law.
we gonna conclude this show.
You don't want
This is another episode of Truth Lounge
You don't love
TV.
nothing. Shit, I'm telling the truth.
Don't get your red
He's a
cup.
serial killer.
Keep your red cup at home. We appreciate y'all checking out the show. Leave any comments. Let us know what y'all think. If there's any improvements, anything that we slacking on, just let us know because we love the constructive criticism. Excuse my hair. It was supposed to be braided, but financially I ain't have it. So I had to suffer with the cotton ball. My mom said, boy, look like a piece of wool on top of your head. So yeah, but y'all already know, man. It's your boy T.Y., my man's Pierre, Truth Lounge episode. Check us out, follow us. And I promise y'all, I'm going to get on it this year. We will be on Apple Music, Spotify, Spreaker, everything. We definitely going to do that. That's my fault. I've been slacking on that because that's a little bit of work to take that sound file and convert it and do all that. But I definitely will be there. So, because I know a lot of y'all be at work and y'all don't have time to watch the show. And I know a lot of y'all listen to the show, so I definitely will be on that. So I appreciate all the subscribes, views, everything. One love. Y'all do what y'all got to do.
Yeah. Hopefully within the next 3 days, we will drop the location as well as the flyer for the next show.
Oh, yeah.
And the title. Appreciate the support. Every now and then, me and T.Y. just come together and chop it up. Hopefully we chop it up with y'all too. Just keep enjoying the show, supporting. We appreciate you. And get your red cup. And don't always listen to what I say. But mostly listen to what I say. You avoid a lot of bullshit listening to what I say. Yeah. But Truth Lounge TV.
Yo ass bad.